Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road, and you ready to go. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today, the Live Music Nation podcast. I'm your host, Jake Gill. Today we were with Zach Hoover from LaPorte, Iowa, correct?
Port City, Iowa.
LaPorte City, Iowa, and the Festival of Trails. And we were just talking a little bit off camera about the history of that. So give us a little background first, Zach, on you, where you grew up, how you transitioned into the president here of the Lions Club, and then we'll talk about the festival.
Yeah, so I grew up in Independence, Iowa. Spent all my childhood there. Played college baseball at Wartburg College in Waverly, Iowa. My wife and I got married in 2010. We were living in Waterloo. She's originally from LaPorte City. We wanted to start a family in a smaller community. Her family still lived in LaPorte City, so we moved back. Had a couple of kids, and there's about two people from LaPorte City that I knew when we moved back, and I wanted to get involved in the community and know more people and get more friends. So the guy that I knew, and actually he played softball with my dad back in the day, and so I've known him for years and years, and he got me to join the LaPorte City Lions Club, and I've been a member now for about 5-6 years, and I'm the president of the Lions Club, and the Lions Club is who puts on the Festival of Trails celebration every year.
Very, very good. So you just kind of felt that inner draw of you wanted to connect with your community, and the Lions Club was I'm sure they were anxious to have some young blood on board as well.
Yeah, absolutely. When I joined, there wasn't a whole lot of young blood. There's some older folks there, and as they kind of move on and move out of the Lions Club, you want that younger generation to come up and support the community and do good things for the community. And I felt the need there to step in and do what I could to support our community.
Fantastic. Tell us a little bit about the Festival of Trails, where it started and kind of where it's at now.
Yeah, so basically about 35, 40 years ago, all they did was sell beer, and they called it a celebration, and now it's evolved into our beer tent and a bags tournament and lots of live music, DJs and carnivals and parades and all that good stuff. It's held Father's Day weekend every year. That's kind of a gift to us dads, as we get to go out and have a good time, and that's our Father's Day weekend. So it's held the same Father's Day weekend every year, and it's our Lions Club's biggest fundraiser of the year, and that's how we gain funds and put it back into the community through different projects.
Sure. So what was that growth factor for you guys? Where do you think that stemmed from?
I think it just stemmed, if you wanted to get more people to come to your celebration outside of your community, you had to grow it and make it bigger and give them a reason to come to your community to help you celebrate. And I think, the music and carnivals and parades and everything does it. And we have fireworks as well. We have a really good fireworks show. So who doesn't like watching stuff get blown up?
Yeah.
So you gotta attract people to want to come to your community and spend money, at your festival.
Yeah, fantastic. I'm sure the whole community just has kind of rallied behind this for you. How important is the live music to your event?
It varies, there's some people that just want to come and, it's a good opportunity and a good weekend to have your class reunions there. There's people there that just want to see old classmates and old friends. And then there's, I think the younger generation that likes the live music and the party atmosphere and the alcoholic beverages and whatnot, and they want to party and they want the live music. So it varies between your crowd, and that's the tough thing about finding the perfect fit for your live music and whatnot. Is there's some that just want to socialize with friends, and there's some that are really there for the music.
Well, how do you select your music acts for the upcoming years?
It's tough. You know, we're on a very limited budget. We have to do fundraisers throughout the year and put that money, you know, towards our musical acts. So in it varies. You know, you can get a $1,500 band, or you can get a $10,000 band. It's all a balancing act. You know, who's hot at the moment, who's got a big following, who's going to bring more people to your festival and buy more beer.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, and it starts the day after our festival ends. You know, we're looking at, I'm looking at entertainment for the following year. So
Yeah.
it's a big balancing act to get the right fit.
Does that feedback come more from your board members and your Lions Club members, or do you listen to feedback from the public on that?
Both. I definitely get input from the community. You know, whether they like the country or the pop or the top 40. You know, and then we kind of take that feedback. We go back to our Lions Club board and say, you know, here's kind of what the community wants. You know, what are we able and willing to spend for the upcoming years, and just kind of go from there.
Sure.
I'm a huge live music fan. Absolutely. I don't think there's anything better than live music. And, you know, the better mix of genres and whatnot that we can get into our festival,
Yeah.
just going to make everybody happier.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Zach, let's have fun for just a couple minutes because you are such a live music fan. What's the best concert you've ever seen in your entire life?
Oh, shoot. I You might be able to tell by the posters behind me, but my favorite band is the Beatles. Was raised listening to the Beatles. Obviously, they weren't around as I was growing up, but I would say my favorite genre of music is the '80s hair bands.
Okay.
I just went to the concert in Minneapolis that had Def Leppard, Motley Crue,
Oh, the stadium tour.
Poison,
Yeah.
and it. I don't know. There's something about Poison. They get the party started, and Bret Michaels
Yeah.
is quite the entertainer. So I would say a combination of, you know, Poison and Def Leppard and Motley Crue. They're a good show.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Okay, so you probably already answered this next question for us, but dead or alive, what act would you bring to LaPorte City for your festival? Dead or alive, money not an issue.
Not an issue. Oh, I would have to say I would go with the Beatles.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I've got an 11-year-old and a 7-year-old, and they'll listen to them. My generation listens to them. You know, the next generation. It's hard to find somebody that doesn't like the Beatles.
Yeah, no, for sure. Very, very cool. Zach, how do people find out more about your festival of trails?
So we do have a Facebook page for our LaPorte City Lions Club. And
Okay.
then we also have a Facebook page for I think it's LPC Festival of Trails, or LPC Lions Festival of Trails. So we do have two Facebook pages that
Okay.
kind of commingle with each other. So you can just go out and look up LaPorte City Festival of Trails or LPC Lions, and they'll be able to find us. But
Awesome. Awesome.
yeah,
So much. Yeah, very good. Well, Zach, thank you for what you do there for your community, bringing some drive, because I know a lot of those, I just know a lot of those social groups like the Lions Clubs and the Kiwanis. I know that they're waiting on that younger generation to really take hold and kind of revitalize a lot of things. And you doing that in your city is a tremendous example. And I'm sure on a regional and a national basis, that's going to set a landmark for other clubs too, as well. So appreciate you doing that. And most importantly, appreciate you supporting live entertainment.
absolutely. I mean, the two kind of go hand in hand. You know, everybody likes to support a cause, and when the money that you're getting from this festival goes back into the community, you know, we've spent, you know, close to $72,000 in the last 2 years rebuilding our little kids' ballparks.
Yeah.
And just, not only the hearing aids and the eyeglasses for the Lions Club, but then doing stuff for your community in other ways. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love being a part of it.
Ah, what a great example you are. And Iowa's always a fun state to visit. It seems like the alcohol consumption is at least double everywhere.
Yeah.
in Iowa. So that's great. Well,
Yeah.
Zach, thank you very much. And appreciate you coming on.
Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.
You bet.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of